to finish, bro. Don't overthink anything, bro. We're living in the moment. We put in too much work, bro. Have fun today. Let's go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go. Daniel,
Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday. We are here about 15 hours out from our week 3 matchup against the Tennessee Titans, man. Very interesting matchups. Let me take out this gum. With both teams not having the best start to their season, each team is searching for their first dub. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown, the preview, however you guys would like to call it. We're going to do that. Shout out to everybody who's already in the building. We got the Autumn Win already pulled up. AKA Freddie B in the building. SVT, shout out to the members of the channel. And if you would like to become a member, the link is down below. We got Miguel in the building, JD in the building, 818 in the building, all already pulled up. ONT6 Ant in the building, Hammer in the building. Shout out to everyone. We got Daniel in here pulled up late. Man, you only about 30 seconds late. Shout out to everybody, man. He says, hey, Andy, hope all is good. Sean, everything is good. We are off work. We are talking with the nation. It is a fantastic time right now. Shout out to Tuave, Anthony, Rob, Chef B. Shout out to all of you guys who already pulled up. Already got about 50 of you guys in the building, man. But you know what? I'm going to kick it off with the exciting stuff really quick. We got Eddie. We also got Sergio in the building. But check this out. Let's kick it off with the exciting stuff, right? Exactly. Shout out to Adam. He hit the nail right on the head, man. Shout out to Adam. He says, just touchdown in Nashville. Well, guess what? It seems like one of our star performers, Josh Jacobs, is also touching down in Nashville. Something that was up in the air yesterday seems like is now in a good slope to end up playing tomorrow. Seems like on Instagram, Josh Jacobs is very eager. And it's looking like, although the illness that put him off of the flight yesterday from traveling to Tennessee with the squad, he's traveled. He's in Tennessee now. Cassie Soto reported it. It's been also confirmed on Josh Jacobs' Instagram. He is en route or already in Tennessee. That was about 3-4 hours ago, so I'm assuming he's already there. But Josh Jacobs is here in Tennessee or in Nashville, and this is a very important player, in my opinion. You know, you have Josh Jacobs. You know, when he's on, he's on. You can't stop the man. And since the last 5 games of last season and the 2 games of this season, he is on. There's no question. There's no doubt about it. Josh Jacobs in Nashville will be a very big how would you say it? A big help heading into the matchup against Tennessee. We know they're a physical team. We know they like to run the ball themselves. We know that they like to keep teams special, big time players on the sidelines. That's one of the best things that they're good at, right? They have their feature back in Derrick Henry. He hasn't had the greatest start of his season this year, but at the end of the day, it's still Derrick Henry. You still got to take this team very serious, although they do have Tannehill running the show over there. But like I said, I want to kick it off. Josh Jacobs, it seems like this man is either en route or already touched down in Tennessee after not traveling with the squad yesterday. Super happy about that. That is big news, especially since we learned that Hunter Renfrow will not be playing tomorrow. Now, I also want to touch up on that because some people have been asking, So we're going to talk about it. Shout out to Raider Tia Attell in the building, Anthony JD, and we got my brother Wasted in the building. As he would say if we were on his channel, my guy's in the place to be, man. Shout out to Wasted. We got B Al, Bourbon, who else? Adam, let's see, who else? Number Ryan. He says, Adam says, anybody's out here on Broadway from the nation, let's link up. That's right. So if you're in Nashville, ready to represent the Raiders, try and get in contact with my guy Adam, man. He's ready, he's down. Y'all go meet him. Y'all go meet him there on Broadway, man. Shout out to my guy Adam. Nation is always in full force. Always in full force. But I wanted to talk about this, right? I really wanted to talk about this because it seems as if in the first two games of the season, many people have been asking, okay, well, a guy by the name of T. Billy, he made this roster because all camp we were hearing that he offers that big shot, that big play ability on this offense, right? That speed, that vertical threat, something that some would say this offense lacks, right? Well, with Hunter Renfrow not playing this week, I am expecting us to see a lot of T. Billy, a lot of Keelan Cole, working in the slot, right? Hunter Renfrow, he is a big piece of this offense. And with him not playing, next man up mentality, you guys could get your wish and see T. Billy or see Keelan Cole, who was recently signed back to the 53-man roster. So, interesting to see how it plays out with those guys in the slot. We know DJ Turner is on IR, so he's not an option. But we do have Keelan Cole. We do have T. Billy. Hopefully, we can get some big-time plays from those guys tomorrow. We know that T. Billy can offer that vertical threat, stretching the defense. Maybe, just maybe, that could open up things even more than what we already thought, right? Because Hunter Renfrow, we know that his work is done underneath, right? He's going to defeat those linebackers. He's going to take on safeties one-on-one and get these guys, right? But Tyron Johnson is a guy where you can't put a linebacker on him because he's going to burn him. You got to make sure that you got at least two safeties over the top because Tyron Johnson can burn. So what does that do? Maybe it frees up Darren Waller over the middle. Maybe Josh Jacobs gets a lot more burn because there's two safeties over the top because they have to respect the deep shot. And that means that there's one less player in the box. Jacobs could eat. Devontae's going to get his. So we could be seeing potentially something that we haven't seen before this, this week, right? Renfrow being out, it's not a good thing, but we do have the weapons. We do have the depth to go out into a game like this and still be very confident in what our slot guys can produce. So interesting to see it in that way. Obviously, you got to see sometimes you just got to look at the good within the bad, right? I'm not saying that Renfrow getting hurt is a good thing, but hopefully he can clear protocols and all that kind of stuff for next week because we definitely will need him. So exciting to see that. But let's get into your guys' questions. Let's see. He says Raider Nation 303. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about. Talk about, right? So they put their starting left tackle on the IR list. So Taylor Lewan is for sure out. He's no longer doubtful. He's no longer questionable. They will not have Taylor Lewan, their starting left tackle, for like the last 4 or 5 years in this game. So Chandler Jones, he'll be going up against a backup. On top of that, Bud Dupree, a star pass rusher, a timely pass rusher, will be out. He wasn't placed on IR, but he was ruled out. So Bud Dupree, out of there. That means Colton Miller is going to take on their best pass rusher. But something that we have to worry about is the man on that side of the ball for the Tennessee Titans, Jeffrey fucking Simmons. He is a monster, man. Jeffrey Simmons is a beast. And Andre James, if he's ready to go, it is going to be a big, tough, and hard task for Andre James to go up one-on-one against Jeffrey Simmons for 60 minutes of smash mouth football, man. Andre James, versus Jeffrey Simmons. I would like to see a double team on almost every single play because that man right there on their defensive line can take the air out of the offense in many, many big plays. So that is probably their biggest player on the defense that I would say really keep an eye on. They have a couple young guys. I'm not sure if Caleb Farley is going to be able to play or if he has been playing. I haven't checked their injury report since yesterday. So interesting stuff, man. Jeffrey Simmons, he definitely can cause a lot of damage in the middle of the park. And let me ask you guys this. I've been seeing a lot of people after Dylan Parham had a very good outing in the Cardinals game. I saw a good amount of people saying that Andre James may be losing his job at the center spot earlier than anticipated to the rookie third round pick from this year. So let me ask you guys this. I thought he performed well. I thought he had a good game. I think it's still a little too early to make him your starting center. But let me ask you guys, out of that last game that you saw, do you think that Parham should be the Las Vegas Raiders center moving forward, even if Andre James is healthy this week? I'll answer my own question first, and I'll say this. I think that we have a bigger need at guard than what we have at center. Therefore, if you want to put your best five guys out there, I'd say keep Andre and take out either Cotton or John Simpson. And I think that Parham should start on that left or right side. So that's what I think. He is stronger and bigger. They said, yes, Andre James is solid. I want Parham at right guard for now. Okay. Josh says, I just saw a video that said Hunter Renfrow cost us the game on purpose with that fumble. He had the ball out towards defenders so they could get the ball out. No fucking way. There's no way. He did excellent, but we need a guard. I agree. No, we need a guard more. All right. So it seems like for the most part, we're mostly all on the same page. Can I just see a team in sync for all four quarters? Man, you and me both. Not just yet for Dylan. Gotta stay with James. I agree. Parham at guard for me, I think it suits him better because he's played more guard. I like Andre James enough to feel comfortable with him at center, but I do still think though that Andre James has tons of developing that needs to be done, right? I think when it comes for Andre James to block a guy head up one-on-one, which is what they're going to do with Jeffrey Simmons tomorrow, it is still a big ask, right? Nose tackles are really hard to block. They don't have to snap a ball. So essentially, their get off should be quicker than the centers. But with that being said, I feel like Andre James should be performing better against these nose tackles in these one-on-one situations. But also, Andre James has had a much bigger sample size than what Dylan Parham has been. So interesting. I heard Cotton and Simpson are out. Bars and Illuminor are starting guards. I thought that Alex Bard did pretty well in the preseason. I like what he showed. Jermaine Illuminor at guard last year was actually very, very good. So I would not mind seeing Jermaine Illuminor bump inside to the right guard spot. But if that is what ends up being done, I would love to see Dylan Parham head over and take over at the left guard spot and have Andre James start at center. I think that would be your best offensive line because it does seem like through multiple reports from yesterday, it seems like Thayer Munford, our rookie 7th-round pick out of Ohio State, will be starting tomorrow at the right tackle spot, which I think is pretty freaking important, saying that we've been playing multiple musical chairs for the last preseason. So interesting to see that kind of stuff, man. Right, I don't think in that way. Both teams desperately need a win. Dub tomorrow, let's get it. Hey, man, I always love morning games. It's a morning game for me on the West Coast, 10 a.m. I love morning games. I'm always very, very confident in them. So I hope that a morning game is all we needed, man. Any news on Blake? No, it seems like he came in, he visited, he left without a deal. I think that we probably just didn't offer him one. I don't know. I think it's very odd that Blake Martinez would have been going into we're going into the third week of the season, and Blake Martinez just decides not to take two jobs. He had one job offer, or it's he had another visit with another team. I'm not sure if that other team offered him. So I think that these two teams, us being the Raiders and another squad, um, bringing him in for a visit, and or the Baltimore Ravens brought him in, didn't offer him a contract or he didn't accept it. But now the Raiders bring him in, and either he doesn't accept or the Raiders didn't offer. It is kind of weird, but he's left the building. He visited, and there's no further news on that, man. Didn't Andre put on like 40 pounds? Yeah, in the off season, he went from I believe 288 to 312. So he put on a lot of weight, and I think that weight was very necessary for the position that he's playing. Right, starting at center in the National Football League, you must hit that 300-pound threshold. If not, guys are just gonna bully you. That's just what it is. Sean says left tackle Colton Miller, left guard Dylan Parham, center Andre James, right guard Jermaine Illuminor, right tackle Justin Haran. So you want to see the new pickup immediately, Sean? That's interesting. That is very, very interesting, which I wouldn't mind it because the playbook, he already knows it from last year. So it wouldn't be hard for him to just plug and play. But seeing him, I don't know if we see the new acquisition so soon. We'll see though. We'll definitely see what happens tomorrow, because that's when we'll see it, right? That's when we'll see it. A lot of Tennessee starters are out, so it would be nice if we can get a dub. I agree. I definitely agree. Shout out to Tito, man. He says Saw Jacobs is questionable to play tomorrow. Yes, but it was questionable because he wasn't flying with the team yesterday, and today he did fly with the team today, or he did fly to meet the team in Tennessee. So there's that. Hopefully that's good news, right? If you're out with an illness one day and you don't fly with the team, but you feel up to it, then you fly the next day to meet them there. It seems like it seems as if Jacobs is excited and ready to go. But I think that, man, losing Jacobs, losing Renfrow in the same week would be such a big loss for this offense. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I hope Josh Jacobs is ready to play for tomorrow. It is definitely going to be needed. Tennessee is going to want to keep our all-stars on the sideline. We've got to do a good job as well with clock management. Last week, I felt like we definitely didn't do the best job. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let's see. Shout out to my guy, GA. He says, getting ready for that drive to Nashville. Listen, man, I hope you have a safe drive. I'm not sure how many hours that is, my brother, but listen, I hope you drive safe and you enjoy yourself tomorrow. And hopefully the Raiders can get a dub. And if we win, it's because GA was in the building and LV was in the building. I'm sure LV is making that trip still. I'm not too sure, but it seemed like LV or our Raider Nation brother was going to be out for that game as well. Let's see. They didn't fly him out for nothing. Well, there's also inactives, right? Guys are inactive and then they still travel with the team. They just don't play. So, yeah. I'm out in Iowa for a few months, going to hit Rico Gafford's Bar and Grill to watch the game. That's what's up, Miguel. Hope you enjoy that, man. Jacobs flu game coming. Dog. Dog. Who's the slot guy tomorrow? I'm assuming it's gonna be Keelan Cole to start, and T. Billy will get a lot of rotation. With like within the without throughout is the game is the word I was looking for. Throughout the game, I think T. Billy will get a lot of rotation. Like I was saying, right, we were all kind of questioning throughout the first 2 weeks. We have T. Billy throughout camp. It's we've been hearing how big of a big play guy he is, a vertical threat, and we haven't utilized him as of yet. So we'll see, man. We'll see if T Billy gets a lot of burn. Hopefully he can, you know, do good with his opportunities tomorrow. Really maximize the opportunity that is shown and presented to him. And I hope that T Billy can kind of prove why he made the 53-man roster and why he should be utilized more in weeks after, even when we get Renfrow back. Let's see. 2 hours meeting LV at 10 a.m. Bet, man. 2 hours isn't too bad. That's not too bad. Um, what's up, Andy? What's good, my guy? Egalitarian Johnson in the slot, dangerous, good, dangerous. Yeah, I agree. He could really stretch the field. Like I was just saying, man. I was just mentioning this with Hunter Renfrow. We know that his damage, he's gonna hurt the linebackers. He's gonna hurt the DBs, the safeties that come down into the box. He's going to make them look silly. But something that Tyron Johnson makes the defense account for is his speed. Therefore, you either have to put another safety over the top, which means that you take a safety out of the box, or just a player out of the box in general, which gives Jacobs better breathing room. Also, it leads to passes through the middle a little bit more, because you kind of got to play a too high safety scheme, which for the most part leaves the middle of the field a little bit more vacant, and there's more responsibility on that middle linebacker. And we all know that Darren Waller can take advantage of that. Also, Devontae Adams is still around. Like, dog, we should still be able to win this game without Renfrow, and we have the depth at the slot position as of right now to just go out there and kind of not miss a beat on offense. But at the same time, we can't miss any beats. We got to actually produce more, because he scored 20 points in one half, 3 points in another. It's flat out embarrassing. You got to find a way to put more points on the board and keep consistent. We need a winning streak, as many as possible. I 100% agree with you, Lawrence. Looking for that DA to DC concert tomorrow. Yes, I think we're all looking forward to that, man. That would be amazing. Andy, my guy, much love. Todd Downing versus PG. If Grant can't get it done against Todd, we are in for a long season. Yeah, Todd Downing isn't the greatest of coordinators, man, but I definitely don't think the other games were on Patrick Graham anyways, but I understand what you're saying. But hey, at this point, I don't want to give any score predictions, because I've been a whole hell of a lot wrong, and yeah, I'm tired of being fucking wrong. Yeah. Let's see. But shout out to my guy, Red Ray. And if you have not subscribed to my guy, Red Ray, please go and do that. Please, please, please. You think Chandler or Kuntz gets a sack first? Well, we were just talking about this, but Tennessee starting left tackle, Taylor Lewan, was placed on IR, so he's missing this game. This has been their starter for about 5 to 6 years on that left side of their offensive line. So he's been a cornerstone for this team. So Chandler Jones going up against a backup, we should be able to take advantage of that matchup. Now, in terms of who gets a sack first, Kuntz or Chandler, I mean, I'd hope it'd be Chandler, right? Because he's out there. He's out there more, but I think that Kuntz should definitely get into the rotation this week, just because we haven't really seen too much of Kuntz, and I think he deserves it after the preseason that he put up. Let's see. Shout out to Queen in the building, always showing love in the chat. Let's see. Raiders win, Chargers lose, best case scenario. I agree. Andy, you think that 432-pound defensive lineman from Florida will get drafted? I'm not too sure, man. I haven't really looked too much into that player right there. I know he has been making a lot of shockwaves, getting into the headlines. Me personally, I think that'll just be way too slow for the NFL. But who knows, man? Jordan Davis, Travis Jones, guys that really cut a ton of weight before the combine to put up better numbers, and those guys got drafted pretty damn high. So we'll see what happens. I definitely think that there's a place for him in this league. You can't have a guy with those measurables not in the NFL. I think he's also 6'4", so he's definitely a big fucking dude. Pause if needed. Do I think he gets drafted? Yeah, I think one of the 32 teams out of their 7 to 10 draft picks, he will get drafted. I think so. I definitely think so. Um, let's see, 36-27. I sure as hell hope so, man. Good evening. Salute, GA. See you tomorrow, brother. There we go. Bourbon. We got some Raider Nation taking over. That is a sick hat. I appreciate you, my guy. I've had this for a long time now. I feel like how long I had this hat for? I don't remember how long I had this hat for, but I've had it for a while now. Maybe I don't think it's been a year. Yeah, there's no fucking way it's been a year, but yeah, gotta get new, fresh ones of all these things, man. High Rise 8 says salute to you, my brother. Let's see what else we got up in here. Andy Chandler Jones sacked Ryan Tannehill 5 times in Week 1 last year, and with the Titans, starting tackle out, really opens the door for Chandler Jones to eat. Would love it. Yeah, I felt like Chandler Jones has had a lot of opportunities to eat in these first 2 games as well. Yeah, it is a crazy statistic that he had 5 sacks last year in 1 game, but who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. This is a must-win game. Jacobs is huge if he's able to go. I 100% agree, Caesar. I think that if you have Josh Jacobs eligible to play, it is a must win game. And I think I'm not sure on the weather. Anybody in Tennessee right now, if anybody wants to check the weather for me out there, I'm not sure if it's going to be a heavy weather implicated game. But I think that you keep the fucking ball in the ground, you keep Derrick Henry on the sideline, control that fucking clock, and keep their star power off to the sideline. It helps that they no longer have AJ Brown. I will say that. What happened with the Martinez workout? He has left the building, obviously, with no deal. So that I think that's the biggest. That's the biggest update. Zamir White's playing tomorrow. I hope so. I'm not sure if you're asking or telling me. I think that he will get a few touches tomorrow, regardless of however you wanted to say that. I think you were asking. I think that he'll probably get anywhere between 3 to 5 touches tomorrow. And I kind of want to see him get going. So if we kind of got to force feed it a little bit with a few screens to really get the jitters out and the juices flowing, I think let's go for it. We're winning tomorrow. Head up, nation. That's right. That's right. Last season we did better in away games. Was good, Andy. So I'm late. No need to apologize. I just appreciate that you're here, my man. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Same shit every year. Still Raider Nation for life. You know what? And this is why the Raider Nation is the best fan base, right? We're preparing for the worst, but we are still going to rock with our team regardless. Now, me personally, I don't know if I can ever say that the Raiders will lose a game. I could say that it's going to be a tough game, and then I'll say that we fucking win by a point or two. But, yeah, man. Jonathan, I appreciate you for mentally preparing yourself. But, hey, man, you'll be very happy tomorrow with the outcome. That's what I think. That's what I think. You'll be very happy. It looked like Jones was spying last week because he would just stand there instead of pass rushing. When he would rush, he wasn't winning. This is my thing. I don't understand how last game in the fourth quarter, in the third quarter, really, from my outlook and my perspective, obviously I'm not a defensive coordinator and I'm not getting paid to be one. But this is my thoughts and my perspective. I do not understand why, when you are winning by 20 points in last week's game, you really have everything else under control. AJ Green is getting no separation from Rock Ya-Sin. I do question why Patrick Graham didn't decide to spy Kyler Murray a little bit more, for the simple fact that was their only offense. If Kyler Murray wasn't making fucking 50 players miss, they didn't really have anything else to go to. So I think that Patrick Graham should definitely utilize other guys than Chandler Jones to spy. You know, I think that we have other guys on this roster that could do that, whether it's Abram, whether it's Malcolm Kuntz, you know, even to Sean Bowers if you have to. Guys like that, right? That that you're not really losing too much off your pass rush, right? But if you're telling Chandler Jones to spy and just look at the quarterback, well, you're fucking taking a 100 plus sack guy off of the line of scrimmage, and that's just not too smart. The weapons we have, there's no excuse for a 20 point game average, Andy. I 100% agree. There is absolutely no excuse. Is Haran playing at tackle tomorrow in the rotation or too early still? Shout out to my guy. He said this is a fantastic question. And also shout out to another one of our Raider brothers, Raider Scout. He actually answered this question for us yesterday. So Scout, my guy, he's got some sources and some intel saying that the Las Vegas Raiders will actually be starting our 7th round pick, Thayer Munford. So the Ohio State man looks like he'll get his first starting game tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Andy, is Trayvon Merrick playing tomorrow? He is a true game time decision. He was listed as questionable, not doubtful. So that's good. But we'll see, man. We'll see. As of right now, it seems like he won't, and he'll be ready to go next week. So we'll see. 74 degrees at 10 a.m., moderate wind. So won't be too bad, honestly. Or that's not bad at all. That's actually great weather. Moderate winds. So is this is Daniel Carlson's first game outside of a dome stadium. Interesting. So this is going to be Daniel Carlson's first time actually having to account for weather in his kicks. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So for the last 2 weeks of the season, Daniel Carlson has not had to account for weather, which we know in the kicking department and in special teams, it's important. It's important accounting for weather and all that kind of stuff. So Daniel Carlson will play his first game of the season in a non-dome stadium. No Harold Landry, no Dupree. On top of that, yeah, on the defense, yeah, but they're also losing Taylor Lewan on offense. But no Harold Landry or Bud Dupree. Yes, Munford should be able to be eased into the life of a starting right tackle in the NFL. CJ was the worst rated player on the defense, played all plays but 2. There needs to be more of a rotation for Chandler Jones to keep him fresh. I agree. I think that Chandler Jones is past the point of having to set the edge on first down. I think that Chandler Jones should be used in a position where 2nd and 8, 3rd and long, 3rd and short, right? That's where I think that Chandler Jones should be used. And I hope that Patrick Graham kind of sees that. And I hope that we can either get Cleveland Ferrell to set the edge on first down, because I feel like Cleveland Ferrell is actually somewhat turning the corner in terms of getting pressures on the quarterback. Now, sacks is different, but I do think that Cleveland Ferrell looks like he's been turning the corner a bit on trying to get that quarterback down on the ground. But right now he's doing a decent job of getting pressure. So I would not mind if Patrick Graham decided to play Cleveland Ferrell on first down, then take him out or bump him inside somewhere else. But put Cleveland on first down, Chandler on second down, and stuff like that. I would not mind that at all. But I definitely think that we need to find a way to keep Chandler Jones' legs more fresh instead of forcing him into rushing every single down. I think that's too much of a 32-year-old veteran. I'm going to be honest. Let's see, using Jones in a limited role after playing him $51 million. That's $13 million a season. There is many situational pass rushers that are getting that kind of money. You want me to tell you who? Yannick Ngakoue is getting that kind of money. So just a thought. Pass rushers get paid, my man. Pass rushers get paid. Shout out to my guy Graham Cam in the building. Always showing love to the channel. Hope all is well with my guy. Let's see. Cleveland always been a good run defender. Rushing has always been his problem. There you go. Chandler better come to play. We'll see. Game time in Nashville is 82 degrees and sunny. Wow. Interesting. Cleveland should be covering punts. That's it. Damn, that's tough. 100, Andy. Clee should start Jones should come in on passing downs. I don't even think that we should be looking in the scope of Clelin Ferrell should be the starting guy. Just that Clelin Ferrell on first down at this point in his career has a lot more juice to be able to set the edge every single first down. On top of that, Clee won't have to worry about containing Tannehill, but Chandler Jones, you put him in after he doesn't have to set the edge on first down, and he can come back and just peel his ears back and do something like rush the passer on basically every single time he's in the game. I think that's going to help both parties, man, with Cleveland getting more play time, Chandler being more fresh. I think that just helps either way. We will learn to not. When will we learn to not put Renfrows on punts? I know he's not playing tomorrow, but still, well, hopefully that opens their eyes, right? Hopefully they put Amir Abdullah back there, which I think Amir Abdullah, that's what he should be doing, right? We brought him in. If he's not going to get a ton of burn on offense in the screen game, put him back there, return those kicks, because he's a very good returner. He averages over 25 yards per return on punt and kick returns. So if you just do simple math there, on the punt, if there's a touchback, you only go to the 20. Amir Abdullah is averaging 25 yards on punt returns. So there you go. I think that that's a no-brainer. That's just me, though. So we'll see. Again, I'm not getting paid to coach this team. Keep Jones off first downs at over 30. He needs less reps. Yeah, I think it's just that simple, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because they play linebacker GA. Don't write Chandler Jones obituary just yet. It's only been 2 games. Relax, everyone. Yeah, no, I'm not everywhere or anywhere near writing him off. I just think that Clelin Ferrell may just be more suited to play on first down, and then Chandler Jones comes in and plays second and third. So we'll see. Also, stopping the run is going to be very important. I think that Clelin Ferrell is a better run stopper. When you have Derrick Henry, they're going to give Derrick Henry the ball 30 fucking times tomorrow. So it would help to have better run stoppers out there, by the way. Renfrow has 3 or 4 fumbles this year. He has 3. 1 in the first game, and I believe two last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. The Raiders haven't lost at Tennessee since opening night 2003. I wouldn't even be able to tell you, bro. Like, in 2003, I was fucking barely born. Who's taking Renfrow's spot? We were just talking about that. Raider Jangalang. We were just talking about that. So I think that the guys best suited would be Keelan Cole and Tyron Johnson. Like I said, man, Tyron Johnson has been a guy that we've heard his name all throughout camp this offseason. And it seems like if he's the Tyron Johnson that we think he is, and he's the big play guy like we think he is, then he should be playing in the slot to make the defenses be honest, right? That's just what I think, though. But who knows? Who knows, man? Salute Nation. I pray all is well. Shout out to Swin. Appreciate that, my man. Turner gets some burn in the slot. White Tyson Turner is actually on injured reserve, so he's on IR. I don't think that he'll be available until after the Chiefs game, so that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Who takes Denzel's spot when did we sign Martinez? No, we did not sign Blake Martinez. I think tomorrow you'll see a lot of Jonathan Abram and Divine Diablo. Abram playing that sub linebacker, and Divine Diablo probably playing the mic with Jayon Brown rotating in. Luke Masterson, Darian Butler in on special teams a lot. Could be out there. So we'll see. We have to get an early lead and force Tennessee to become one-dimensional and make whichever QB win the game. 100% agree with that statement, Graham. I said it last year with Lamar Jackson. Obviously it was the other way around, but you make these guys one-dimensional, right? And you put your defense in a much better position where you know that they've got to throw themselves, basically just throw haymakers to get back into this game. And I think that that's the best way to try and win a football game like this, when you have an all-pro guy on there on the opposite side of the field trying to just win them the game. And Derrick Henry is that all-pro guy. So for our defense, if they can get the offense the ball and our offense can hold up their end of the bargain and make big plays, score lots of points, and turn Tennessee into a one-dimensional squad that has to force Tannehill or has to force the rookie into throwing them back into the game, I think that suits us a lot better because we have Max Crosby, we have Chandler Jones, we have Malcolm Kuntz. Bilal Nichols is actually looking very, very good on the interior of the defensive line. So is Andrew Billings. So that definitely suits us in our play style and our scheme on defense. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll definitely see. Um, let's see, give Masterson a chance. GA. I would not, write that off, right? With Perriman not playing, you'll definitely probably see a bigger rotation maybe this week because they're a much more physical team. So you will need lots of linebackers active for games tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll definitely see how it goes down, but it is going to be a physical day. It's going to be a very, very physical day. It's a morning game. We're traveling. We'll see how it all plays out for the Raiders tomorrow morning. We'll see. Much love to anyone going to Nashville. 100% agree with that one, Alfredo, man. And if you are there, I hope you guys absolutely enjoy it. Stay safe and, fucking show out there full force. Andy, the Bills taught a class on Monday night, how to protect the lead. I hope McDaniel/Graham was watching. I think that McDaniel's, I think that he has to, manage the clock better. I think that Patrick Graham, there really wasn't much else he could have did, right? McDaniel's called a very poor second half. And of course, Derek Carr didn't help it by not checking out of much. But there wasn't really much that Patrick Graham can do, right? Your defense isn't going to be out there scoring you points like how your offense should. So we'll see what happens, man. But I mean, Patrick Graham, the only thing that I would have wished he would have done a little bit better is continue to send those blitzes and rotate the defensive line a bit more. But Patrick Graham did what he could, man. He really did what he could. I mean, it's not his fault that his offense put up 3 fucking points in the second half. Can't really blame him on that. Andy, do you agree for Graham to rotate defensive players throughout the game? Just answer that, Snoop. 100%. I think that he needs to rotate that defensive line more. The linebackers, you probably will see the linebackers rotate in more. I think that we'll be in the 3-4 a lot more of this game because of how physical this team likes to play football. So I think we'll see a lot of linebackers out there rotating in and out. Luke Masterson, Darian Butlers, guys like those. Maybe you see a little bit less from Jayon Brown this game because this isn't a team that's going to really pass the ball too much. And Jayon Brown's specialty is pass coverage. So we could see Butler and Luke Masterson really get a lot of looks in terms of rotations or just more looks in general this week. So we'll see. Defense did get close to getting picks last game. Yeah. Jonathan Abram could have sealed the game. There was another one. I felt like Amik Robertson. Nah, that one was just dropped. But yeah, we had a few times that I felt like we could have ended the game on an interception last week. Prevent D only prevents victory. But Andy Graham dropped into prevent second half instead of keeping the pressure on. Look, GA, I agree. I just said that I would have rather Graham stuck to blitzing just a little bit more in the second half just to keep Murray on his heels a bit. But let me ask you this, right, GA? If you're playing prevent, the reason why is because, okay, if you run, cool, you're going to take a lot of time off the clock. But if you pass, you're not giving up anything quick, right? So they're still taking tons of clock to get down to the field. While you're letting the offense move down the field, yes, that is less and less and less time that they're draining off of the play clock. You just need your offense to put up a fucking score and you've won the game. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with it. I just said that I wish that he would have stayed a little bit more aggressive. But I would not say that defense prevents a victory. I definitely don't agree with that. I think that all your fucking offense had to do was score more than fucking 3 points, and boom, we would be 1-1. That's all it is. That's all it is. How many 3 safety looks will we see tomorrow? I don't think that we'll see any 3 safety looks unless you're saying, unless you're still counting Jonathan Abram as a safety in that sub linebacker. Me, I'm just looking like Abram like a little Swiss Army knife. But I, I, I mean, if you're talking about 3 traditional safeties that can really cover, I don't think that we'll see any of those sets tomorrow, just because Tennessee doesn't really have many intentions on beating us through the air. So we'll see. We'll see. Derek needs to grow a pair, not always be a yes man. He knows what he needs. He knows what needs to be done. Ben Bad, we fucking agree a lot. Again, we agree here. I, I think that being a yes man at times is great, but sometimes you need to say, I've got this. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to get it done. And as long as you get it done, I don't care how you fucking do it. But yeah, sometimes you don't just say yes, sir, to the coach if he calls 3 fucking pass plays in a row. I think that's just good, plain old stupid. So we'll see. All hands on deck for sure. Better hope they drink Mountain Dew. Usually we're asleep and don't play as well in 10 a.m. games because of jet lag. I think we'll be fine, Rated Rob. Last week is on the offense, 100%. Breakout game for Masterson and Kuntz. 808 Raiders with a nice little prediction right there. Good point, Andy Touche. What will your reaction be if the Raiders lose tomorrow? I don't know, because the Raiders haven't played and the Raiders haven't lost. So if you want to see my reaction, just subscribe to the channel, man, because you'll see it. And if we fucking lose, I don't know what the fuck am I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do if that happens, but I don't think so. So we'll see. Got 1,500 Canadians staked on DC winning MVP. I am nervous now. Yikes! Man. I'll tell you one thing, Malik. It's still early. Still early. It can happen. I had Jacobs breaking 100 this Sunday. Is that still a possibility? Well, I mean, if he plays, yeah. And it's looking like he probably will play, so we'll see. Tennessee will win. I don't know about that one, Larry. Our team practices early because of the Las Vegas heat, so that should not be an excuse. Yeah, I agree. Canadian is monopoly money now. It's funny how Carr says things about Mamba mentality, but he definitely doesn't show it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch basketball, but I knew that if fucking Kobe was hurt or if somebody was hurt, he was going to do anything in his fucking power, putting his body on the line, doing whatever needed to be done to win the fucking game, right? Sometimes when I feel like there's 2 yards to be made or 3 yards to be made, and we throw the fucking football away, I'm not sure how much Mamba that is, but it is what it is, man. I guess playing it safe sometimes is putting your team in a better position, but sometimes we got to make those big plays. We got to. You doing the game again? I'm honestly not too sure, but if I am, I am. And if I'm not, you'll see me tomorrow anyways. So yeah. DC needs to be DC4 from last season. Play with confidence and determination. I just want DC to get this random ass, whatever it is, the monkey off his back. Whether it's playing with his best friend, whether it's playing with another new play caller, whether it's the offensive line, whatever the monkey is, he needs to get it off his back. And yes, I agree. He needs to play at the caliber of what he was doing last year, right? Consistency, right? Not fucking throwing 5 picks in the first fucking 3 weeks or 2 weeks of football. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Am I the only one who's worried more about Tannehill than Henry? Yeah, you are the only one. I don't know why you'd be more worried about fucking Tannehill. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. How many sacks for Mad Max and Chandler? I'm gonna go with 2, and I'm gonna say that Chandler has 2, and Max has none. tomorrow. I'm going to say that Max gets a fuck ton of pressures, but I'm going to say that Chandler gets 2 sacks. I'm going to say that Cleveland gets 1, and I'm going to say that Nate Hobbs gets another one. Shout out to Raider Sound. He says, keep killing shit, Andy. Appreciate that, my brother. His record versus the Raiders, I don't know. Jacob's not really sick. It was a excuse to catch the Titans defense off guard. Well, there we go. Oh, Tannehill's record against the Raiders is 4-0. I don't know. Horrible take about Chandler getting 2 and fucking Hobbs getting 1, and I don't even know what the other shit I said. Yeah, it could be a fucking horrible take, but that's how it is at the end of the day. I've had horrible takes before, and I've had fucking great ones. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, I don't fucking care. If what I say makes sense, it makes sense. Whatever. Let's see. If DC tanks, we need Stidham in there. Must-win game. This is the season. I don't know if it's the season. It would be a horrible, horrible start to the season. But if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not comparing us to the Chiefs, but at the same time I am, if I'm not mistaken, didn't the Chiefs start off 0-2 last year? Just a thought. Carr's 8-1 against the Titan in his career. That is true, Malik. But I believe Tannehill is 4-0 against the Raiders. So I'm not really sure how that played out. Oh, because he was with Miami before. He was with Miami. Tannehill is playing worse than he did for the Fins. He may get cut by halftime. That would be fucking hilarious now, wouldn't it? That would be fucking hilarious. He beat us like a drum one year. And well, fuck that drum. Shout out to my guy Jack in the building, as he's been for the last hour, basically. But he says, simple facts. Stop Henry, Raiders win. There you go. Jack with the facts. Facts Jack. There you go, man. He lets you guys know how it is. He says, stop Henry, Raiders win, right? Because if you fucking let Tannehill beat you, well, fucking shit, right? It's tough. Keelan Cole being the slot for Renfrow. I believe that that's who will begin the game. But I think that there will be a solid rotation between Keelan Cole and T. Billy within that slot room. I'm more scared of Malik Willis than Tannehill. That's interesting, right? Because we don't even know if Malik is going to play tomorrow, but we'll see. Brother, we're going to need a hotline to turn to if we lose mañana. Oh, my God, dude. I don't even want to think about that shit. I don't. Facts. Ben lost 3 straight and hit a ring. Is Josh Jacobs our best player right now, give it his limited carries? That's interesting. No. No. Devontae is still your clear-cut best player. I would say, actually, though, that Jacobs has been outperforming Waller and Renfrow. I don't think that that's like a hot take. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. In terms of defense, I'm going to go out on a very, very wild one. You guys may absolutely disagree. You guys, let me know. But I'm going to say this here. Our defensive MVP right now, it's Rock Ya-Sin. It's Rock Ya-Sin. It's fucking Rock Ya-Sin, bro. Our defensive MVP, in my opinion, is Rock Ya-Sin. Hey, kill me. Kill me. That's how I feel. Or Hobbs. Oh, shit. No, it's probably Hobbs. Fuck. I think our best defensive player is Hobbs, Rock, and Max. If I had to put like a power ranking system on our defensive guys, it'd be Hobbs, Rock, and Max. If I had to do like a power rankings for our defensive performers, Hobbs, Rock, and Max. Fuck, I said Khalil Mack. Fuck, man. Damn it. Max does exist, but Hobbs exists and Rock exists, and those guys have been balling. Max first, Whoa. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know if I can agree with that one. I don't know if I can agree with that one. I don't know. I would not say that Max is number one in the defensive power rankings on this team. I would not. I would not say that. It's not Chandler Jones, that's for sure. Yeah, Diablo's fourth. If you choose a fourth, let's see. I'd say it'd be Diablo fourth, and then it would be Abrams fifth. Could we agree with that? Could we agree with that? Top five power rankings on defense. Let me know. Top five power rankings on defense. It'd be Hobbs, Rock Ya-Sin, Max Crosby, Divine Diablo, and Jonathan Abram as our top five. I think that that's a solid top five defensive power rankings for this team. Abrams fourth, I could get down with that. You guys know that I've been a big Abram fan, big Abram supporter. So yeah. Shout out to my guy Omar, my brother, always showing love to the channel. He says, "Bro, people are saying to draft a QB, but personally, if it's not CJ Stroud, I don't want anyone else. But we won't be picking that high." I agree. I'm gonna be honest. This is me, and this is just because I really do not watch or pay attention too much to college football, but I do have the game on here, and I'm gonna be honest. I think CJ Stroud is a good quarterback. I don't know if he translates into the NFL. That's just a gut feeling of mine from watching very limited, small sample size of CJ. But I don't know if he translates into the NFL. That's just me. That's just me. I'm calling it now. Abrams player of the game as long as he doesn't hurt himself. Let's see. You can tell you haven't been watching a lot of football lately. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I've been I've been watching a fuck ton of football, and I can guarantee you I've watched hours and hours and hours and hours and hours more film than you. Just on our team alone. Unless you're talking about college football, then yeah, you can have it. Definitely not NFL. Shout to Snag. He says Josh Jacobs playing. So yesterday he did not travel with the team. Today, shout out to Cassie Soto. She reported him that he was traveling and meeting the team in Nashville today. I'm assuming he's already landed with the team. But it seems like after what he's been putting on his social medias, it looks like Josh Jacobs will be suiting up for tomorrow's game. So that's very, very, very big. Doesn't seem to be working. What do you mean? Because of the power rankings list? Oh, well. Oh, well. If I don't agree, I would love to hear your top five defensive power rankings players, and then we can criticize yours. Wake Forest QB looks like he's 35. We don't know yet, Snag. Yeah. Raiders usually make mediocre teams look good. Unfortunately, we can never just make a game look fucking easy. Like, ever. We can't just ever make the easy games actually easy. It is an unfortunate trait that the Raiders hold. The Raiders do like to give their fans fucking heart attacks. And it's something they do very well. Because every fucking week, I'm stressed. The night before the game, I'm stressed. The second after the whistle blows, I'm stressed. The second after the final whistle blows, I'm stressed whether we won or lost. It's just fucking stress with this team. I guarantee there's a few Raider fans that will still have a full head of hair. Wasted. Shout out to my guy Wasted. I guarantee Graf would still have a full head of hair if the Raiders didn't put so much stress on our guys. And I'm sure the Graf would actually agree. If the Raiders didn't put so much stress on our lives, Graf would have a full head of hair right now. He would have a fucking afro, and so would Wasted. Just saying. Just saying. That's what I think. And I'm going to let them know when I get off air. Because I think that that's actually why they don't have fucking hair right now. And probably why a lot of you guys in the chat don't have it either. But listen. but listen. Listen, you guys. We've been on here for an hour. Look. We'll be here tomorrow, whether it's live for the game, commentating, play-by-play, all that good stuff, or whether we're on Graf's channel watching it there with him. Regardless, we're going to be here at some point tomorrow on this channel. So if you would like, appreciate that, Suave. That actually means a fucking lot. That means a lot, my brother. Thank you. Tomorrow, regardless, win, lose, or tie, you guys will see a video up on this channel tomorrow. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on your guys' way out. And as always, man, please stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.